It is go time. Can't believe it. We're actually now in a whirlwind of moving, contacting everyone on the planet, trying to figure out, um, you know, in what method we're moving, what company we're hiring. So we secured all that. What day I'm taking my daughters and Jabari out of the house so that we can get everything packed up here ahead of time. So figuring out Airbnb, and then my husband will stay here until we close. I'll come back for the closing, and then he'll go to Vermont with me, and we'll close there the next day. And then the next day after that, we'll move into the condo officially. So there's just been so many phone calls, and there's more paperwork, and there's so many things to do as we race to the finish line. My husband actually sold our kayaks today, so he's kind of got a fire under his belly to start selling things. But anyway, I decided to start with the food, mostly because I know that there's a limit to what food I'm going to take with me. It's just going to be too hard logistically. So I am decluttering down, and that is hard. I feel wasteful. There's just some things we might have, I don't know. You know how it is when you have things in the pantry that no one's eating, but there's nothing technically wrong with it. So we're going to get all of that cleaned out. I'm just going to close my eyes and do it. And then since my husband is taking our daughter to work this afternoon, we're going to go down to the basement together and just randomly grab things that we know we can't keep, toss them in the car, and he's going to take them to Goodwill for me. So that's kind of exciting. So getting started on the kitchen, getting ready to get everything packed up, and everything, even though I've decluttered and decluttered and decluttered and decluttered, now that I know where I'm living, it's time to declutter some more. So if you're looking for decluttering, oh my goodness, you definitely have it. And also getting ready to get things packed up. Maybe I will even pack a box, who knows? So let's get going and see what we can get done. I decided to start in the pantry and then move over to the fridge and freezer. Really, the pantry and the freezer is the big deal. The fridge, you're pretty much just getting rid of things that you feel like are old. So anything that I know I'm going to get rid of, I'm just putting out here on the island. Jabari makes his little guest appearance there. And I'm just leaving behind in the pantry anything I know we're going to eat. Potato flakes, can I throw those away?
Oh, come on.
I'm
now
asking.
You're hitting the hard stuff.
What?
I just said, oh, come on. Now you're hitting the hard stuff. Yeah, you can throw the potato.
Superfine almond flour.
I make mug cakes with that.
Okay, I'll keep it. I am throwing this Cheerio box away.
I mean, you need that the week
because it's
you're
like
gone.
one.
Yeah, you can throw that out.
One piece of Cheerio in it.
Oh my, that's my gift.
Powdered sugar goes up here. More almond flour. We don't need both of them.
They're both good for next year.
Well, that's okay. I'm not moving them.
Okay. And you're watching Disney Channel.
Yeah. How about this? Let's throw this away. There's not much in here. The pantry in our condo, I swear, is like half the size of this one. So I'm going to have to be careful of what I bring, careful of what I buy. But since the grocery store is 3 minutes away, I really think it's going to be a freedom for us. I am not a stockpiler of food. It's just not who I am. So I do think it's just such a blessing that I'll be so close to a grocery store. Also, shout out to flat roads, shout out to sidewalks from my house all the way to the grocery store. So we had these couple of cans from last Thanksgiving, cranberry sauce as well as pumpkin pie. They weren't expired, but I did feel like if I was going to do something with them, I would have done it by now. I was going to make pumpkin muffins with the pumpkin or pumpkin bread or something like that, but I thought, no, you know what? I actually don't have time to cook right now. I mean, I'm cooking meals, but I don't really feel like I'm going to be doing any baking. And I'm going to be going through the kitchen and dining room, packing away anything that's not 100% necessary, since it's going to take, of course, well more than a box to pack it all up. I'm going to pack away the stuff that's not necessary and leave the stuff that we have to leave, in the cabinets and let it be. And that's the plan for right now. This we can just spread outside, let the birds eat it. Since everyone in the house, except for my 3-month-old grandson, cooks, I am asking people as I go through the pantry, how important is this particular food product to you, and letting that fuel the decision of whether it stays or goes.
Semolina. Yeah, that was for the Indian bread, I think.
Should I get rid of it? Or
How
keep?
much is there?
Not much.
But throw it out. It's not gonna help me.
Do not feel tempted to feel bad for my husband that he had to get rid of his semolina. I promise you, on the other side of this move, if he wants semolina, we will get him semolina. It's really okay. Wait till you see his decluttering muscles were strengthened through all the decluttering that we have done, but he is on a whole new level now. And it's just being able to picture where you're going and what items are going to fuel a life over there, what items are going to hold us back. We don't want a lot of storage. We're not going to have storage because we're building a bedroom where the storage would normally go. How about your figs?
Yeah, you throw that out. Potato chips, I'll probably get rid of it.
Yvonne, are you going to make any strawberry jello in the next 2 weeks?
No, that was Eva that asked for that.
Oh, how about cookies and cream pudding?
No.
Okay. I felt so guilty to even do this declutter, but in the end, it was actually freeing because there's so many things you have in your pantry that people are just not eating, but it's still good, so you feel like you should keep it. How about your protein cereals that you bought?
What? The one with blueberries?
You have cinnamon pecan.
That's more like a granola.
Are you eating it or not?
Yeah, you can get rid of both of them.
All right. It's really about what are we eating in the next 2 weeks, honestly.
Yep.
How about your no sugar added peanut butters both seem pretty empty.
Both of those, no sugar, throw them out.
Then
They're down to the
how about your
bottom.
PB2?
Yeah, you can throw that out. That stuff is nasty. I thought it was going to be better than it was. It's just not good. They're sealed, right?
Yep, she can look online to see if Yvonne can look online, see if anybody wants these. Old cookies. Gone. So here's the stuff I am decluttering from the pantry. I'll go through it. I decided to start here because it's really hard to declutter food, but I kept one and got rid of an older one. Some of this stuff is expired. Some we tried, like this. Nobody was a fan, so it just kind of stays to die. The birdseed I can spread outside. So the rest of this is all going. These are potato flakes, egg replacer. This very little left in here. This we don't ever use. This my husband bought, hates. These are really pretty much empty. This one, this is expired. So we got various old things here. Those are stale. And then this and these two. This and these two, that's donatable. And then these things I'll be getting rid of as well. Also, this picture that we never ever use. I feel like we could call that an un-grocery haul. So I'm getting this all put in the trash can. I think I'm allowed 8 trash cans. We have a private company that takes our trash, so we're going to have to keep an eye on it this week. I could easily see that we're going to have to do our own dump run. So today is a Goodwill run, and then I don't think that this is a Saturday for us, and I believe the dump isn't open for the first day until Wednesday. It's open Wednesday through Saturday, I believe. So on Monday, I will do another Goodwill run, maybe even Tuesday. We'll have to see. Boy, you guys thought that we decluttered before. This is a whole new level. And as we are doing this, my husband and I are constantly talking about how we live moving forward. He was cleaning up the grill to take pictures because he is selling the grill. We're going to get a smaller grill, probably a Blackstone, on the other side in Vermont as soon as we can. But where it's almost winter, I'm not too worried about it. By the way, I'm going to hit the refrigerator next. But there's nothing like a move to tell you that you should be living differently, that you should be taking care of things more quickly. I think that, I often go through the refrigerator. That's what I go through. But I have been staring at the same partial bag of frozen strawberries in my freezer for months. The girls had bought them because they were really into smoothies. And then when they weren't into smoothies anymore, well, it just didn't get used. And I kept thinking, oh, I can make this recipe or that recipe, but it never did happen. And the same in the pantry. There was a cereal my husband bought. He didn't really care for it, or the PB2. But because it's still good, you don't want to just throw it away. You just feel so guilty. But honestly, it's taking up real estate in your house. So either you're going to give it away to somebody you know who might want it, or you just need to throw it away. Just throw it away. You bought it. And I know the argument, they're starving people, but I paid money for it. And once you own it, you're not really taking food, honestly, you're not taking food away from someone in another country or even in your own town. You can donate things that haven't been opened. You can help people who are under food scarcity in other ways. It doesn't have to be by feeling terrible that you threw the PB2 away that no one liked. Do you know what I'm saying? And so it's just another area that I want to change in my life of doing this more regularly. I'm going to get rid of these frozen strawberries. Holding strawberries in your freezer doesn't feed anyone, including your own family, if no one's eating it. Were there things I could have done with that? Absolutely. Did I do it? No. Well, when I bought it, I supported my local grocery store. They have workers that got paid because I bought those strawberries. I just feel like going forward, part of being more minimal, I don't think I could ever call myself a minimalist. I would love to call myself a minimalist, but there's so many different, it's just, there's a spectrum to minimalism. But going forward, being more minimal, if there's anything in your home that is not a resource, it needs to go. We were even talking about some things that were handed down to my husband. It is sentimental clutter, but it's clutter. It's stuff he's never going to use. He wasn't ready to get rid of it before, but now that we're going to be in such close quarters, now it's time. So we can ask our kids, are you interested in it? But I have noticed, I don't know about you, the generation below us or the generation that's young enough to be our children, and I'm 60, born in 1965, they are not much for sentimentality, as I'm sure you find people who are, but I think by and large, they're not as much driven by sentimentality. They're not ones that want their house to be cluttered, and I think that's a good thing. I think it's okay. And so we'll probably offer some of those things to our kids, but at the end of the day, some of these things are going to have to go, both things I have collected and things that he has collected too. Although thankfully, I got rid of most of my things that I wanted to get rid of already. Here is all the stuff from the fridge that's going, and then all this freezer stuff that we just keep avoiding. Old meat, some broth from over a year ago, some random freezer meal. I don't even know what that is. A cookie, bananas that we're not going to bake with. The other thing that's true about our family, speaking of those bananas, is my husband and I are trying to stay away from sugar. So we're not eating banana muffins. And then my daughter Rachel, she has a very basic diet. It is gluten-free, egg-free, what else? Dairy-free. and she eats a very basic diet because she has some very severe gastrointestinal issues. And then Yvonne and Crecia, which are our other daughters who live with us, they have very small appetites. They don't eat a lot. So if they were to make, say, a banana bread, they want to have a banana bread that night. They'd like to have it before they go to bed or something, or maybe they'll have it again the next morning, and then that's it. So at the most, a half loaf would get used up. So I would either have to, or they would have to put it in small loaf pans and freeze it, and then bring it out at a separate time, or find something else to do with it. So maybe in our new church going forward, when we're in Vermont, we would be able to bake something, have it, and share it with others, neighbors, people at church, something like that. All right, let's head to the basement. One thing I think we could get rid of is that truck.
Okay.
That's where they're going to use it.
Yeah.
And then, how about, do you want to get rid of that?
Yeah, these things can go.
All right, so those are going.
I struggle with this over here, like these two. This is like a really, really nice jacket. Always
But you
has
don't
been.
wear it.
Yeah,
You're gonna wear it?
I only wear it when I have something formal to
All right,
go
then
to,
keep
typically.
it. How about the other one?
I don't need the other one technically because I do have a new
All right,
winter
let's get rid of
jacket.
it.
So yeah, I had gotten this from Goodwill anyway.
Okay.
So
we'll get
it's
it
not
back.
like I bought it brand new.
All right, so put it in this pile.
Yep, I'm just trying to get the stuff out of it. Make sure there's nothing. We should do that with the other ones too. Make sure we're not leaving money in there. Get it?
Yeah. As if.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a little pile there. We got what? This is like every time I move my camera, you move the stuff, which is a really awesome method. So we're getting ready 3 jackets and then the truck.
So far.
Yep.
We got more to go.
Yep. So 3 jackets and then the truck.
There was something here that I thought was like downright empty anyway.
We're also getting rid of the guitar stands. That's good.
Yep.
All right. You want to bring those up? That's a load right there.
No, I want to pile stuff up first.
Well, I don't know that I
Then
have
make some
anything else
room.
that I'm getting rid of right here.
What about this Coleman blow-up mattress?
Well, is it good?
It is.
Well, then we're going to be, if we ever have gas, we'll be using blow-up mattresses instead of real mattresses because we're getting rid of those blue couches. How many of those?
We bought those at Christmas, remember, with Christian and Beth.
Okay, so there's how many of those?
There's 2 of those, and then Crazy and one upstairs. That's 3.
So you think that's enough?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get rid of that then.
Yeah, I don't think we need this, and I don't think we need this one either.
Look at you getting rid of more stuff than me. I should have put my glasses on.
Is this one? This one's electric.
Yep.
I don't think it is. I think it's the same as this one.
Okay.
I think it has a place where you can blow it up.
I think it was just a Dollar General thing, so we can get rid of it. It's kind of janky. I mean, we would probably use it, but it's not sturdy at all. So I think it falls into the category of if we need it again, we'll buy it again.
Yeah, I think it's not sturdy because it's been taken apart at some point. It's not fully locked in like it should be.
And then there's stuff over here, but I need Yvonne to look at it. I didn't bring my phone down to take
So you're thinking that will go too then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's keep moving here.
This is all Jabari stuff, so that's
All right, we will do something with this, but you can't donate it, obviously,
okay.
because it doesn't work.
So it's going to the dump.
Donate. All right, so this we probably keep. Right?
Although I'm going to get new gates by the time Jabari's walking.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to get the
to me,
kind.
you're either talking dump or
You wouldn't donate a gate to Goodwill?
I can donate the gate. That's fine. Yeah. These, they got paint on the top of them, so
I don't think it matters.
yeah, but I don't think they're gonna want them. I think this is dump material.
Okay.
And I think this is dump material.
Okay.
This I can sell on Marketplace. So I'll throw
should do
that
that
up
today.
for sale. Alright, so this is mostly fishing stuff, which I think all of this is gonna go. Right? I can donate this, I guess. That's it's trash. This I can give over here. These are what do you call
Trash.
What shoes? They're trash, you think?
I think. We've had them for years and they're kind of gross.
Oh, so you don't think somebody's gonna want our water shoes?
I think
Come
they
on.
want your tables that have paint on them before they want your water shoes.
There's the plugs I was looking for.
Oh,
I knew.
you could call that guy.
Yeah, I'll let him know. I knew I had found them. I just couldn't remember where. Alright, this is to blow up balls and stuff. This is no big deal, so this we can actually keep. This is a big deal. This is for like if you have a boat tie up, I'm keeping that. But these things here we can donate. What do you want to do with the? Are those trash things from? Because these go.
Either
Please
trash
go
or
with that.
donate.
You're probably trash. I think they're broken. I think one of them's broken.
Oh, the dump schedule is difficult. And then what do you get there? I want to keep that box. You could switch boxes. See, this one has a nice lid, so it's good for moving. This one, I threw the lid away by mistake. So if you could just swap them, then we could have the nice lid.
You saying you were going to get rid of this, or use
No,
it to
I'm keeping.
move?
I want that one because it has the nice green lid.
No, this is.
Oh, that
this
one.
is-
Yeah, you're gonna. Okay,
You can use it to move stuff with.
you can use it for goodwill.
Okay.
Is what I was saying. Switch it. We put this stuff in here.
Yeah. Try to avoid the dirt. These can go to Goodwill. We're gonna throw those out though, right?
What? Oh, right.
I can do it when I get it upstairs. I'll take it upstairs and throw it out.
We're gonna exceed our bag limit. That's
These
what
are
it is.
Rachel's. Right?
Yeah.
This can be thrown out.
Okay.
That's the stuff to throw out.
How about the fishing poles?
I think I can donate.
Yeah.
These don't have hooks or anything on them, so they're just donated
Alright.
as they are.
All right.
Okay. And those are thrown out.
All right. You should bring this stuff up because you're not gonna get any more than that.
Okay. Yep, I'll start with this.
Just so you know, he's going to separate the stuff that's trash from the stuff that is goodwill. When he gets to the top of the stairs, it was just an easy way to bring it up.
And then my husband had said these can go to the dump. These two pug goals. I think I'm going to start a trash pile. This is good.
I've never used this. It's all for tea. I'm just going to keep these. Whoops, these. So I'm keeping peppermint, this one. I think these are Yvonne's. Okay. This is mine.
I like the
And
little
this is-
tea stewers.
Huh?
I like the tea stewers.
Yeah, I'm keeping those. Okay. Just trying to make me look bad so that people say, ew, gross, your cat is on the counter.
Oh, you know what I saw the other day, though? I was rewatching Miss Americana, the Taylor Swift documentary.
Yeah.
She has her friend Abigail over for, like,
Uh-huh.
wine and dinner, and she makes, like, a little plate of kibble and a little bowl of water for her cat, and she puts it at the table between her and Abigail.
Oh my. Dude, you better get down.
Ow!
Ooh, careful.
I just, my elbow, I'm sorry.
You're good. Alright. Decluttering. And then keeping my cinnamon black tea. Keeping. And these have little bee, little honeycomb. Isn't that so cute? Okay. So, that's. Whoops, I gotta keep this one. I think my husband makes iced tea with it, so I better not get rid of it. I went through a phase where I thought we were going to be using loose tea, and I got like little tools I saw online. I honestly can't even remember where I got the idea, but in the end, it was 1000% fantasy Karen, so it was time for that stuff to go. Getting rid of this. The other containers I am keeping to use in my future pantry and any closets, and then if I don't end up using them on the other side, I will declutter them, but I'm only keeping the containers that I absolutely love because I definitely don't want to have one extra thing when we move. It is just too hard. I need to lighten the load, lighten the amount of boxes that we're packing, all of the things. So even though it seemed like I had done deep declutters, and I have, it is amazing how there's just always more. So I had a couple of sauces, or what would you call them? Things that you put in your coffee, 2 different kinds of caramel, but one of those was sugar-free, one wasn't. I'm keeping them just for now. We've never used these tea bags. Coffee. Oh, coffee grinder. The rest of these can go. These. Decluttering this. It's old. I had to keep this in even though my camera angle is all wrong because I could not for the life of me get anything that was in the top shelf in the way back. So I'm using my broom to force them all out. Found some cinnamon sticks. I ended up getting rid of those, and everything else that was up there was stuff that we are needing to keep, like the coffee grinder and that sort of thing. All right, so I'm going to put what I'm keeping on the lower shelf. I'm putting this stuff back up here for now. Like that coffee pot I'm putting up right now, I'm realizing I should have asked my husband first. That's one of those coffee pots you put directly on a burner. Is he actually going to use it in the next 2 weeks? So I need to ask him because obviously I want to pack every single thing I possibly can ahead of time. I'm going to keep this, but I'm packing it, and I'm just going to put these in a baggie. I realize I just said ahead of time, and moving in 2 weeks isn't necessarily ahead of time, isn't it? So we're going to be, did I even tell you that the girls and I are going to an Airbnb for 5 days before my husband leaves the house, before our closing? And it's just going to make the move a lot less stressful on everyone, and it also gets our grandson Jabari out of the whole chaos of it. So I'm put things here, but that's all stuff that will eventually get packed, but at least it's condensed. Our dinner plates, bowls, that sort of thing. I bought those a few years ago, and I'm pretty sure I got them from Home Depot online. I did not understand what they were made of, and when you drop one of these, it shatters beyond belief, like dangerously so. I've never felt comfortable with them. I am donating them, but I'm keeping 5 of each piece for us to use before we move, and then those will be donated as well. But I'm glad to see them go. I am also just keeping 5 of the short cups, 5 of the tall cups. The rest will be packed. I absolutely love these plastic cups that I got on Amazon. They have held up really well in the dishwasher. No scratching, none of that white chalky stuff that you can sometimes get on plasticware in the dishwasher. So I'm really loving those. I also love those produce keepers. I do feel like things last longer when they're in them. And then I just have those 3 bowls. Those I will probably get rid of, but it's honestly, those are everybody's favorite bowls. But I can honestly buy them on the other end. Pretty sure I got them at the Dollar Tree, honestly. And when I pick our new dish set, maybe they'll have the deep bowls, or I can pick one that have deep bowls now that I know that's what my family prefers.
Goodbye.
I'm going through all of the food storage containers now. Some of those, the ones in my hand, that one right there is plastic. And then I also have some that are glass. And the reason is I had bought the plastic ones online thinking they were glass. They were not. And then I got the glass ones in, I want to say, Sam's Club. So I found a food storage container and a meal plan container that I did get rid of. And that was really about it. Everything else I'm keeping. Also, while I was here doing this voiceover, my husband sold our kerosene heater. Hallelujah. Someone's coming to pick that up tonight, and it's someone that we know, so I know they're good for it. And then he arranged for someone to come and take my daughter Crecia's car. The engine had blown on the car. It is like not worth being fixed. It's an older car, so totally not worth, the money it would cost to fix it. So we have someone who deals in scrapping that we know, metal scrapping, and he is going to come take it. We also, anytime we have a dead car, we bring it to this guy, he comes and gets them. He has, a tow truck, and he usually gives us a few $100s. And we've always said to him, we're just glad you're taking it. If you don't give us anything, that's fine too, if it helps you and your family. But he's always really great about that. So that will give her a little bit of money where it's honestly a junk car at this point. So, wow, my husband is on fire. And I know he listed our grill already too. So we'll see what happens with that. But he was saying, it is a little hard to sell things. It's a little inconvenient, just people coming and all that. But whatever he does, I feel like if we have the 2 weeks, if we give it a week, and then anything left over after that week will go to donations. So I'm not usually one, as you know, to sell things. It would be really interesting if we ended up finding out that this was something he was good at, because I don't know what it is about me when I try to sell stuff. It just never goes well. But I am super thankful because we obviously have unexpected expenses coming up with this move. And, like, for example, we're having an exterminator come for the whole bee situation. And that was paid for by the kayaks. And, there'll be other things that pop up.
Those can be packed, 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 cups packed, 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 and then getting rid of.
I realized, when in doubt, toss it out. That's good. That's just an odd lid, so I'll peel that away. Now I'm going to get the stuff from Goodwill boxed up, and then I'm going to get the stuff that I've pulled out that I'm ready to pack in a box. So exciting. The process is finally beginning. Oh my goodness. Can you guys believe it? It seems like it's taken so much to get here, but I know I'm going to look back at it and be like, you know what? It really was a fast process. It just feels slow in the moment because it is selling your home and buying a home is such a roller coaster. I know you all know, and it has encouraged me so much to hear from so many of you that you're like, no, really, this is really quite stressful. So don't feel like you're the only one. It's all of us. So getting those kitchen plates, I had gotten tired. I was starting to fizzle. And so I had put a show on Netflix, and I'm watching that show on Netflix while I'm doing the packing. And that really helps me to just do a final push when I need to do a final push. It feels so good to be decluttering again, and it feels good to kind of look at things that I overlooked or bypassed previously and to go over those and decide to go ahead and get rid of them. I'm telling you, there's more and more freedom in getting rid of things every single time you look at what you own. And every time you get rid of things that you're not using, there's more and more freedom. Once in a while, I do get nostalgic and sad about leaving Maine. Obviously, I'm leaving dear friends behind. I'm also leaving my parents. I mean, they have passed away, but they're buried in Maine, and so that is a little hard too. But there's just so many memories, and it's the strangest thing. I'll just be about my day, and all of a sudden, I'm starting to be flooded by memories of the past. And I think it's just you have to kind of sit in that, and you have to give it some honor and give it a place, but it's a fun time as I remember things to just share that with my family and to let my daughters specifically, since they live with me, they get to hear all my stories. Let them know about all of the things that I've done and the where I've lived and how it felt and what it was like growing up here in Maine. So many memories. It in some ways it's kind of shocking to others that I would live here for 60 years and then leave, but I tell you, my friends who are my age, where they're having grandkids too, they 100% get it. Yes, I am wrapping this like a present. It just makes it feel more secure that way. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but those are my glass containers that I'm wrapping in foam or bubble wrap just to make sure. I don't know who's going to do the actual moving or how hard or easy that's going to be. It won't be professional movers, so I just want to make sure everything is super easy. It's all going to get labeled so that we know exactly where everything is going. So this is a very sentimental move to me in many ways. You're moving near one family member, not necessarily. I have two other sons that live in two other states, so it's just bittersweet all the way around. But you got to make a decision, and I know that now when we get together as family, right now only one of my sons has children, and then I have a daughter who has a son who's of course coming with us. But for the short term anyway, before others of my sons have children or before my daughters get married and have kids, it's super easy for us as a family to get together because the family that has the most people are where I'm moving, and so it'll be less expensive for other people to travel than for them to travel with 5 of them. So I feel like it's going to make it easier. Plus, there'll be 2 of us living in one location when it comes to where family members stay when they come. I feel like that's going to make it easier. So I'm hoping it, even though I am living near one son and not the others, I'm hoping it will also make it easier for us to see them. And I don't know. It just feels like my life in many ways will be more simple because I'll be in a smaller space and I'm making the tough decisions of decluttering now. There won't be as much for me to manage and take care of. And even as I am packaging up these containers, part of me is like, when you get to the other end and you're putting it in the cabinet, I agree with Dana K. White. Your house is a container. The cabinets will be containers for things such as these. And you're probably, in fact, I bet I could guarantee you're going to see more decluttering on the other end. Why don't I do it right now? Well, it's because I don't know if I'll have to get rid of those things. So there is the stuff I packed that we're keeping, and there is my donation box. So more to come. Remember, as always, God loves you. I love you too. And I really can't wait to see you next time, which should be very soon.